How's it going, guys? I think I'm out of focus. Now I'm in focus. Oh, and now I'm out. I'm gonna lock it this time. Right there. Oh, and I forgot to put this other light on. How are we doing today, guys? Seems a bit loud. Check, check, check. Can't tell if I'm turning that up or down. How are you doing? Let me know in the chat how you're doing. This mic looks like it's clipping. Hang on a sec. That way. We'll see. So, yeah, it's been a long time since I've done a stream last. Still, when I lean into, nope, come on, right there, nope. I keep like focusing on the mic. Just put it on auto. I give up. Could you guys hear music a couple minutes ago? I saw it in the meter, but then YouTube was telling me that my audio bitrate was 0. So, I don't know. All right, I'm going to show you guys some things. This is not a sponsored stream or anything like that. Oops. Reaper's doing that thing where if I drag a browser window above it, then it tries to import that as an item, which is so smart. Okay, there we go. So, as you guys may know, I have this interface, the Audio Fuse. I really like it. If you're looking for anything that's like under $1,000 that has a million features, it's excellent. Mic preamps with boosts built in, pads built in, instrument. It's got a record player preamp. It has a reamp output. It has multiple headphone outputs. It has 4 headphone jacks on it, and it's just a super small interface. Direct monitoring, like anything you can think of, it's pretty much in there. And there's 2 other models, AudioFuse Studio, which has 4 preamps, and more of kind of like a desktop kind of layout, but otherwise pretty similar features. And then AudioFuse 8 Pre, which is like more of just a mic preamp. I think it is an interface, but some things that are in this are not in this. Okay. And stop me if there's any questions that come up. They recently announced that there is a software bundle with these. I say recently because I've had this for a few years, and I only just installed the software bundle like on the weekend. So software bundle is this set of plugins. There's also some version of, Analog Lab is in there as well. So, I don't have any experience with these other than RevPlate 140 and Juno 6, which I think we've talked about in previous videos or live streams. This one was free around Christmas time last year, a month ago. And RevPlate 140 was free, I guess, when they first launched that. So I guess I'm doing that today. I'm also thinking of streaming every day this month, and that seems like a lot, but also it's kind of like a fun challenge. Let me know what you guys think of doing that. Because sometimes I need like a challenge to actually get started. This month seems like a good time to start something like that. All right, so I'll minimize that for now. And let's get into these plugins. So what kind of instruments do we need here? Let's maybe we should start off with Analog Lab. I'm gonna import the VST3i. My keyboard's super far away, I just realized. Sounds like a bass. All right, so I think the last version of Analog Lab I used was version 3. It seems like they update it every year, change the version number. So there's like a home screen that just helps with finding a preset quickly, I guess. The explore page, you can sort different types, instruments, types, styles. The store where there's various preset packs and things. When I last used it, there were a bunch of free ones, like every month or so, maybe every 2 weeks, there was a new free one. So I added a bunch to my account. I had the version 3 when I owned the, what is it called? Not Analog Lab, Mini Lab Mark II. I had that for about a year, and then I sold it, and I lost this software. But it's great software. Really cool plugin. I guess that's the size it is. A little bit bigger for you guys. Don't think anything's cut off. Okay. So what? I don't know. Looks like I lost, or I don't have my my favorites picked out. I spent probably like a month just going through every single preset and like trying to find my favorite ones and just like ranking them. I'm not sure if they're, where is that? Oh yeah, there's a heart button.
1 1 1 2 3 4 1 1.
That's a weird one. All right, I might need to increase my buffer size already. Let's do 256. And hopefully that didn't totally screw up the stream in any way. That sometimes happens. Let me know if the sound is suddenly distorted or anything like that. Yeah, I thought it might change the sound for a moment. Just gonna sort these by like the Arturia's favorites. Is there a synth effect that imitates female vocals? I'm not sure. There's like, what do you call it? Sort of like vocal synths that kind of use resonant filters with different vowel sounds. I don't have like a favorite one. It's not something I use. So if you have a Arturia keyboard, all these knobs are automatically mapped to it. So it's really, it feels much more like an instrument. I don't have an Arturia keyboard anymore, so I gotta use the mouse or manually map everything. I'll eventually get to that point. It's not even picking up my mouse wheel. I mean, mod wheel. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Yeah, I really like the sounds that Arturia synths emulate, I guess. Like this, what synth is this? I don't know, type string pad. I don't know what synth this is. Sounds like a Juno to me. I'm really bad at playing piano and anything similar to piano. Yeah, so there's a lot to say about this plugin, but also like we could spend all day just going through the presets. Maybe I'll just pick something, some sort of sound, and then we'll go on to the plugins, the other plugins. All right, so I'm just gonna take that and I'll put in a MIDI item here. I don't know how I got zoomed out so far. Probably can't see that. Let's do yeah. I'm just gonna put something in here, kind of, I don't know, anything that we can process. I guess this one. I didn't prepare for this live stream today, as you can probably tell, but that'll do. So, first synth first effect that we're adding here. Let's try one of the preamps, the Pre-76. And let's go to the website, this website. The key to getting that white album sound, these reinvented German-engineered tube-driven broadcast preamps were beloved by Abbey Road. Okay, so it's an Abbey Road style preamp. A Neve 10, no, Neve's not I still don't know what company that is. German engineered tube preamp. So Neumann preamp? Telefunken. There we go. Do something like that. All right, so this bass synth, I don't need to play on the keyboard anymore, through a Telefunken V76. That's EQ is not, must have a enable button somewhere. It said on. Not hearing much of anything from that high EQ. They did a good job of auto balancing the levels, which is really nice to see. And yeah, but I don't know. Not really doing anything interesting for me on this. I'm just gonna move on quickly to the next one. So let's do the Trident style preamp. Okay, and this one. So a Trident studio preamp, Trident console. Classic. A lot of these like preamp style plugins, they don't always make a big difference on a single track. It's like when you have that preamp sound on every single track, then you can A/B it, and then you'll hear the difference. On a single track, I don't know how much we're gonna get out of this, and there's a lot more EQ controls on this. It's interesting. I'm already overloading it. I wonder if there's a way to adjust the input gain besides this. Of course, everything looks like there's more controls because everything is duplicated for left and right. Yeah, left EQ and right EQ. So looks like it's doing a lot more than it is, but pretty kind of straightforward sort of thing. I actually need to trim this before going into the plugin. Set that to like -3 in the VU. I wonder if the VU is showing output, not input. Must be. Tons of presets. let's put the Juno on here. I know I like that one. Did I talk about this in a live stream? I think so. And stop me if you have any questions. I'm not seeing the chat moving for a little bit, so I don't know. You guys can steer the conversation any way you like. I do really like this plugin for like bass synth sounds, pad sounds and stuff. I'm just a big fan of the Juno in general. So this is a good version of that. Why did it go to that? No, this. Okay, just a bad link on their site. Okay. Who in the chat already has these effects? Who has a favorite? What should I check out? Anything you have to say. Arturia are legit fans of all their stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It just gets expensive if you like a lot of their stuff. Why am I not seeing the... That's odd. I'm not seeing that in the list. Some of them must be in here. I don't know. I don't know. This one doesn't seem to have its own effects or page. Or at least not anymore. So that one's cool. This is one of the newest ones, the Phaser Bitron. Let's get some more high frequencies in this. Brighten this up. Okay. Now, I don't know this one very well, but it's, as far as I know, it's just a very kind of classic phaser sound, kind of like one of the earliest, most sought after ones. You love their spring reverb. Yeah, more variety of sources. I think we'll come back to any of these that you find interesting and want to see more of. We set up some drums or something like that too. All right, so yeah, I don't know what I'm looking at here. kind of barely hear a difference with the pedal. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but I feel like I barely hear the difference. Maybe I need to put on that. Yeah. Put this up so you can see everything. I keep forgetting that my screen capture's zoomed in. And this one needs to be on pedal too. So these have no effect when it's on pedal sweep. So I think it's a stereo effect as well, but I'm not sure like if there's a toggle. I haven't read any of the manuals or anything like this. So, you know, this is, with this one here, this is the first time I'm seeing this. It sounds cool. It's like, sounds thick and different than the other phasers that I have. Clicking the routing panel. Routing. Ah, yeah, thank you. Yeah, so different parallel mono, mono serial. That's really cool. Very interesting. Okay, that's enough of that one. Why don't check out this filter bank thing. Where'd that go? Filter Mini. It's called. We gotta get bigger than that. So this is a step sequencer filter. Okay, I gotta figure out. I'm sure I can figure this out. There's 8 steps. There's a rate control, which syncs to tempo. There's a smoothing, which is probably like a something that ramps between each speed. Probably at 0, it's like square wave sort of step. And then this is the amounts, so plus or minus a step sequence filter. Let's see if we can figure this out. I'll set this to, if I set this to 16th, it will change frequencies twice per note. Just go up, kind of up and down. And then the overall frequency. And then do I need to actually enable the, there we go. It's kind of like a global mix for the sequencer. Yeah, it's sort of like a bend. Okay, if I got this right, this enables the step sequencer for the low pass filter, and then the other knobs here are an LFO for the low pass filter. And the envelope follower, I don't know. I haven't got there yet. So this is interesting. So I'm going to set that to 0. I was not doing anything yet other than filtering. I don't know if I can get this to work. Envelope mod. Emphasis. I don't think I can make this more plucky without changing the notes. So I'm going to do that. Anyone else always grabs the toolbar instead of the divider? I know I always do. All right, it's going to... So this is using the transient of the incoming signal to control the filter shape. So kind of interesting. I'm guessing this doesn't have like a side chain input or anything like that in here. It's only 2 in, 2 out, but it could be cool to, if you could, probably in hardware you could, take some other instrument to control the filter on this instrument. But regardless, there's some cool stuff here. So let's just go through some of the presets. Bit reduction, how do you do that? How did they do that? Oh, wait a second. Square wave, cutoff. No, I still don't know. This one's at its best when you assign a few MIDI controls. Yeah, I can definitely see that happening. Like, I'm actually gonna take. I'm just gonna do like one long note here. I don't think I had anything like this, so this one's definitely worth checking out. It's a model of, what, a Moog? Yeah, a Moog filter. Definitely looks like a modular, Moog modular sort of equipment. $100 on its own. Yeah, if you like these effects, like almost the cheapest way to get this is by buying an interface, because yeah, $99 each gets pretty pricey, but this thing on its own, it's like $6.99, something like that. $8.99 Canadian. Can't remember. It's been a couple years, but yeah, I like it a lot. This seems like something that Tool would use on guitar in like one of those interlude songs. It's pretty cool. Definitely cool. What else is there? Comp FET 76. Let's do that, I guess. So many 1176 clones. But yeah, you gotta have at least 6 1176 plugins. I'm gonna take Addictive Drums. And I'll just do master track. Okay. Okay, so 1176 from Arturia, which is, where does it go? This one. Let's see if they put a twist on it, because it looks like they're... What's going on? What's going on down here? There we go. Yeah, so there's like a bunch of special hidden features in here. So that could make it worth buying. The one I normally use is the IK Multimedia one. I really like that. It has like MS and separate left-right controls. All right, so let's just do like my normal thing fast. It's nice that they put that, you know, this is better labeled than the real thing. Super nice. Oh, it has linked controls. That's amazing. They never have linked controls, and it's always like you need 2 hands. It has external sidechain. That's nice. Okay, this is already my new favorite. This is already my new favorite 1176 plugin. It has external sidechain. It has... Does it have mid-side? It has detection mode. But it doesn't have separate controls for left and right. So it's like kind of get some things and lose some other things. Okay, built-in EQ. Just for the sidechain. Is this a good volume for you guys? So if you guys don't know, the sidechain filters affect what the compressor is listening for, and the way I have it set up right now is that I'm basically cutting out all the lows, all the kick, and so it's pretty much only triggering on the snare, and with the EQ off, everything is triggering that compression. I'm getting like 3 dB of gain reduction on the kick, and then like 10 on the snare. And then there's also so there's a mid-band EQ as well for the sidechain. So boosting the mid-band will make it more sensitive to particular frequency range, or turning it down will make it less sensitive. So let's say the hi-hat, you don't want the hi-hat to trigger the compression for overall sound. So you find the hi-hat in that mid-band and then turn the EQ up. No, turn it down, and then it'll be less sensitive in that area. And what's this listen? Okay, I see. I don't see. Let's you monitor the signal going through the sidechain. Okay, so. All right. All right, so I'm going to take that frequency and turn that down. So now it's less sensitive to the kick and the hi-hat. Works. Is the attack knob backwards on this one? Yeah, but they've labeled it so like fast and slow, and the direction you turn for faster or slower. So they didn't change, like if you know how a 1176 works, they haven't changed that. But they've also made it easier for beginners. Sorry for bumping the mic. So they have the all buttons in mode. They don't have a no buttons in mode, where you're just using the transformers and amplifiers. But that's cool. And it looks like there's like a master gain reduction trim on this. So you could dial in your input and output to get a certain flavor, and then, yeah, I guess you could turn the compression all the way off. Let's try that. Yeah, so there's your all or no buttons in mode. You're just hitting the transformer. You're not doing any gain reduction on it. And you're using it as a distortion box. Time warp. Interesting. I didn't expect to be impressed with this one, but I do really like it. So that's a nice, pleasant surprise. I'm gonna just bypass that for now. You might end up wanting that. Let's hear what that filter sounds like on drums. Yeah, on the different models of 1176, I never really cared that much about like whether it's the silver or the black one. It was just kind of like one was a little bit more clean. Um, what I care most about is that it has like the vibe of 1176, where it's like it can really clamp down on transient, or it can do that sort of pumping effect, like like this. And what I care about between different brands is like what features are they adding? What are they adding on to just like a really classic design? So, just a quick summary of what I like about this. All the advanced sidechain stuff, that's just not only does it let you do cleaner compression, just lets you do more creative effects, linking the input and output knobs. So there's always like, because on the real one, if you turn up the input, you have to turn down the output in most cases, because this is like an amplifier. It's not just a threshold control. I like that they labeled things better, all button mode, compression range, pretty much everything that they added here, I really like. Even a listen button for the sidechain. That's, yeah, I think they really nailed that. I think there's, what's this? What is this button? What is this? Raise the input gain to match the gain reduction range. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so lots of features that you don't really see on other plugins. And because I mentioned it earlier, I'll just show you the Black 76 from IK Multimedia. So the interface is resizable. Input and output knobs not linked, but it has mid-side mode, so you can compress the middle different from the sides. And I do use that a lot. There's an all button mode. There's an off switch, which is like on the other one, turning the compression range down to 0. Yeah, so I could, let's just compare sounds. So this is just the Black 76 on this. And I'll put on 8 to 1. Oh, had it turned off. So it's a very simple thing. It doesn't have external sidechain. It doesn't have sidechain filters to modify anything, but it has MS mode. So, and it has just a good sound that's really quick. And I think this one's actually free right now. So check out the IK Multimedia website. You can, if you sign up for the newsletter, I believe you get this for free right now. It's definitely a good plugin. Like I've been using this for ever since it came out as my go-to 1176 plugin. All right, so we're on mid-side mode. And I'm going to switch to the side channel. off. So I like to use that to enhance the stereo width of the drums. So I'll use this on overheads, room mics, and things like that. There's so many different plugins, like models of this plugin, and and the real thing, the hardware is still being made, and people are still buying that. So, it's something that you need a few flavors of in your mixing toolkit. Anyways, that's yeah, great plugin. Pleasantly surprised by this. Okay, and you guys are going off on conversation about other plugins and that other models of 1176 and stuff. That's great. Let's see if I can get anything interesting out of the pre-1973. So, Neve 1073 style preamp. Okay. So, again with this one, it looks like they automatically adjust the gain staging for this. Don't see that undo history. I don't see any way of adjusting that. Oh, this has mid-side mode, at least. Okay, and when you switch modes, the labels change here for left and right. That's good. This is one of those things where it's like, if you were doing a 12 dB high shelf or a 10 dB high shelf, you would probably think you're doing something wrong, right? But like if I take this and I turn it up to here, this looks wrong, but this sounds right. So I gotta not look at the numbers. That's what I'm saying. On these like vintage style EQs, you just turn the knob until it sounds good. And like, you don't worry if it says plus 18, if it sounds good. All right, I'm gonna switch back to left, right, and link them. I like it. And the Trident on drums. Is it just me, or are these resizing every time I insert them? They're like, they keep changing size. Arturia preamps sound good, but why only 3 bands? One is fixed frequency. What can you EQ with it? Well, these are like Neve emulations and Trident emulations and stuff. Let's go back to that one. What was that? The 1973. Was it 3 bands? Yeah, it is fixed frequency. That's just how they are on the real thing. But these are continuous frequency instead of stepped, so there is, that benefit. The engineers of those ones, that hardware, they chose specific frequencies for musical tasks, and people are still using that. Yeah, they could add more, but they could also just do that and make it a separate plugin and charge another $100 for it. This is another one that's like, when it's like in its normal operating range, you don't really hear the difference. It's interesting that the filters can be engaged separately. It's not just a frequency selector. So if you do 9K and 12K and 15K, it's like a steeper slope. I have to see what that looks like on Pink Noise or something. Oh, you can't see that. There. All right, so this is just white noise going through this preamp, and I'm just gonna try these different filters. I turned off the sound because it's what's my favorite color noise? Pink noise, I guess. I don't know. Blue. Yeah, it's still not really that steep. The low pass filter. It's interesting. I would expect it to be steeper than that. Let's compare that to, I don't know, Maybe I'm just not used to seeing it like that. I put that at the end of the chain. Yeah, that's steeper than in the Trident. Interesting. Yeah, very subtle filter on this. Okay, so let's forget about that for a bit. The Trident EQ is not too exciting to me. It doesn't sound bad, but it's like not really adding anything for me. All right, so this is another one that has a hidden special features button. I actually have a real tape echo, so I'm pretty like picky about what I hear with a tape delay. I also have a lot of delay pedals, so you know. What's the other one I have? I actually don't have my AudioThing plugins installed on this computer, but I have their version of the 201. I kind of wish there was a mono function on this, because I'm used to hearing a mono signal. I'm just gonna. Am I doing that right? Okay. I just forced it to be mono. I love the space echo too. That's why I bought one. So I'm pretty picky about how it sounds. This sounds too new. Oh, there's the width control. All right, I'll turn that down and fix the routing. That's still stereo. Oh well. The EQ is only for the echo? Yeah. The tape. This is echo chamber, but that's not a thing. It's tape. There's an LFO you can assign to various different things. Oh, I'm not on the... Sorry about that. There's an LFO you can assign to various different things. Reverb amount. It's kind of weird. Okay, so it's not a bad tape delay at all, but it doesn't have like a vintage vibe to me. It's just, it seems pretty clean. Um, let's see if it can do like the space sounds. That's what it is. It doesn't have any flutter. It doesn't have the splice point in the tape. That's what it is. I don't know if this is really gonna help with that. But mine has a pitch shift every, like, I don't know, 32 seconds or something. Honestly, like the feedback and stuff, it's quite tame compared to the real thing. Outer Space, that's the name of the other plugin. Where is that? Audio thing. I've got the outer space plugin. I don't have it installed. This one is also very good. It's a, there's even more features available here. It still doesn't sound like mine. So, yeah, I don't know. I've done a video about the Space Echo. Did I not have this on the right color all day? There we go. Why didn't anyone say that the color was the light was the wrong color? Nobody said anything. It was on white all day. That's not how we do it here. It's red and blue. I am really not prepared for to do streams today. Okay. Mixing with tape delay. This is an old video. Let's see if I can find an example of what this sounds like. I've got a send going into the Space Echo track. And let's hear how it sounds. When the water runs dry and I see your face, your burns cover the smirk, no one saw so out of place. Hide my camera. I mess the smell of smoke out. I cover up my ears to only hear my breathing. And that's the goodness of the Space Echo. It's just so yeah, it's much darker, it's much wobblier, I guess. Yeah, it's I'm waiting for a company to do like a bad sounding Space Echo. They all sound too good. You need one that has 30-year-old tape in it. I might still have the original tape in mine, and it's it's just like, I don't know, a time machine. It's great. Did we go through all the plugins? Oh, there's the plate. Oh, let's do the plate. The plate's pretty good. Arturia. Let's figure out what a 16th note is in milliseconds. 125. So we're gonna set a pre-delay to 125. Got it for free Christmas 2019. I did as well. I think I used it for a video and I haven't used it since. Just because I've got so many reverbs already. I prefer the Sound Toys one. This can obviously do much more, but I find to get a better sound quicker using the Sound Toys plate. This one's just vibier, I guess. Sits in the mix better. Hopefully someday they come out with a full-size plate plug-in, but for now, I think this one's really great. Move the UI up. Yep. There we go. All right, so we're listening to the Sound Toys right now. Even has an infinite amount, an infinite setting on it. Yeah, I really like that plugin. But this one, it's not bad. It's just, it doesn't replace any other plugins for me. Yeah, so a bunch of you guys got this one for free. What do you think of it? Is it convolution based? I would think so. And I guess that's probably why there isn't continuous settings for decay time. But I don't really hear a delay like loading another impulse. I don't know. I do really like their pencil marks on the UI. I think that's like a nice feature. Like, I think above this line, then it adds clipping. And then like here is like the default setting. I don't know. I'm sure it's all explained in the user manuals, but who reads those? That's a kind of a cool like band next door or venue next door sort of sound. Like outside the venue. Now you made everyone who makes manuals real sad. Well, how do you think I feel when, like, in my own Facebook group, people are posting Kenny's videos instead of mine for the same topic? I only look at the manual if somehow I can't figure it out on my own, or I want to like learn more about a particular feature. But I don't know. Video tutorials are usually how I learn things. All right, I did it again. I was messing with the controls, but I know that it's set to this. Pretty cool stuff. How long have we been streaming for? Hour and a half, exactly. Yeah, I think we're gonna leave it there. Thank you guys for joining me on this. I probably would not have spent as long trying out these plugins if I didn't have people to talk to, and we didn't get any interruptions, which is amazing. That never happens. Yeah, let me know what you think. I've been thinking of streaming every day this week or this month or something like that. Thank you to everyone that's actually been here from the beginning. I think there's a few names in here that that I saw. This video will be up in the live streams playlist. Might be a little hard to find on the channel, but it'll be there. And yeah, got lots of ideas for what we can do on streams. This is just kind of like, you know, I installed these plugins yesterday and didn't get a chance to look at them. And yeah, it seems like a pretty good bundle, but not like mind blowing or anything, but you know, needed to try them out. Really just wanted to see the plate, so thank you. Yeah, the plate's good, but it's definitely not my favorite plate. There's lots of good ones. I feel like convolution libraries are pretty good for plates in general. So if I'm not using the Sound Toys plate, then I'm using a convolution reverb. You're gonna miss that drum loop. Well, it's better than the bass loop. Yeah, so I might be back around this time tomorrow. And yeah, thanks again. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys. See you later.